Alright, we're back to part 3 of the tutorial on how to paint an iRacing car. We're working with my Mustang FR500S. We've already got the Velocity Channel logos all on it. You got Bitchin' Rides over here, and they can dig it on the logo there, and Graveyard Cars. If you're not familiar with the Velocity Channel, these are some of the programs that are on there. West Coast Customs is another one. So now we're ready to go ahead and import this into Trading Paints. Go over there. I use Microsoft Edge. Now you see we're in Trading Paints right here. Trading Paints is a free program if you don't know it already, unless you're getting Paint Builder. If you get Paint Builder, it costs something. So it's not, but it's not really that bad. It's a year subscription basically. But you don't technically have to use it if you've got a paint program like Photoshop or PSP or even GIMP. So now what you need to do is you need to go to Choose Paint, choose New Paint, Upload Personal Paint, and select a file. Notice right here it says select 1024 or 2048 TGA image or image file on your computer, on your device. If you want better resolution, stick with the 2048s. They do make the cars look a little bit better, but they're heavier. Once you'll see this one here, you're going to see how many megabytes one of these car files actually take. Some of these car files actually take. The more decals you put on there, the more it's going to take. So I'll go to select a file, go over here to iRacing, Car Templates. Now page down to the Ford Mustang FR500S. Double click on it, and you see down here, if you see an image, a file that looks like this here with a little circle in it, in this case for the PSP, that's a PSP file or a PNG, one of the regular files that you could possibly use. The TGA files are the ones that are blank. They're the white ones here, and you can actually see it right there, Velocity Mustang FRS500S TGA.TGA. That's the one we're looking for. Double click on it, and notice it's 8.4 megabytes right there. That's how big the car file is. Some of them I've had up to almost 14 megabytes. Now, you click on OK, and notice the car has appeared in there, but it doesn't have the logos. What it means is I didn't save it after I did the logos, so I need to go back and save as. Make sure the TGA select and hit save, and you want to replace it, and you want to select the layers. Once that's done, we can save it as a PSP. I save it as both because if I have to go back and change something, I can. And then hit save, and then yes to overwrite it. Now, the TGA's been saved, so I can go back over here, choose Paint, choose New Paint. Remember to save your files.
I'll remember. Save the files for you.
Wait until it comes out. Hit OK. And now you notice that the logos are now there. At that point, you can go ahead and do your driver suit and your helmets. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and leave them the way they are. This is the Irish helmet I made before. This one is the Sopwith Camel uniform. It's a little bit more noticeable when you're on pit road, and that's what you want. Now I got to go down here to Musketeer Autosport, which is my team name, and choose the same paint. I'll go over there, select the Velocity Mustang. This is the car that you're going to see when you go to drive, when you go do your testing. Hit OK. Now the car is almost ready to go in there. Now I got to go to Members, iRacing.
Your iRating is 1.
Go to your account. Well, select Practice by Myself, and you want to choose the car that you want. In this case, it's the Ford Mustang FRS 500. And you can see it right here. I'm going to go ahead and keep it at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. It's an okay track. So, but I want to change the wheels and tires, so I go to Account, Custom Paint Schemes, Customize Cars. Now I've got a book that I keep for all my cars. Looks like this. For my Velocity colors. Now I want to go and find the car, which is this one right there. Some cars you can paint the numbers, some cars you can't. Some cars you can paint the wheels and some you can't. So in this case, I can't. And so I can't use my custom colors. If you don't have your number in there, put it in. Mine's always 66. The default color, if you keep it like this is what they're going to see if they don't have trading paints, or that you don't have a car loaded or whatever. This is what they're going to see. So if you want to change your templates or even paint your car a different color, this is where you'd end up going. You can take and put your number in, a number in there. In Paint Shop Pro, if you go and do that one, you can take a look at it, and I'll click on the red, double click on it, and the graph will come up of what it is. Right there is your HTML number, D71A21. That's the number that you would plug in for any change of wheels, numbers, or the car itself. The gray has a different one. The light gray has a different one. The red is what I generally use for the tires, but we can't use it for the Mustang. So we'll go back over here. And if you want to put sponsors on, you can. Some people do, some people don't. They're going to be overridden anyway if you actually have it. So it doesn't really matter. If you change something in the car, remember to save it. Click on that red box and save it. So what we need to do is we need to test the car on the track. Click on Test the Car on the Track. The simulator will load up. Now you're going to see the disconnected track description, yada, yada, yada up here. This is for my information only. It's called the Sim Racing Apps, and you can download it. It's free, and it has a whole slew of different things that you could possibly do when you do the track. I like the map. You can see where it is right there. But in order to do the pictures, make sure you close it out. And you do that through your screen and just exit out. In this case here, baseline's fine. All we're doing is taking pictures. So get in and do the test. And take off in your car. You can see the color of the gloves are actually the ones for the Sopwith uniform. Exit out. It really doesn't matter how fast you go in this car here, because all you're doing is taking pictures. So I'm going to just take it easy going through. And just go and try to complete a lap. Generally is what I end up doing. Blew the engine. Okay, that's fine though. Now what you want to do is you go back over to TV1. This is where you get most of your good pictures. TV1, TV2, and TV3. Now, as I learned from several people, including Facebook's own Jeffrey McDonald in the iRacing painting group, is you try to choose a side where it's nice and sunny, where the decals would be best seen. In this case, it's a little bit darker over here, so I'm going to let it go a little bit more until I get something like this. You can see where the sunny side of the car is. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn off the map. Now, in order to do that, you hit Control F12, and your camera comes up. This top bar will bring in the car a little bit more. Notice it's too high. This fourth one, the Vanish Y one, we can take and bring it down, and that's how you get your car down. If you want to move it over to the left, you'd use the third bar and move it just a little bit. Now, you can see where it is right there. Hit the space bar, and you can see where everything is. You can see the Velocity logo, and the Bitch and Rides, and the Can Dig It logo on the front. In this case, Alt F1 usually works for me, but I think a program is blocking that. So I hit screen capture, and you can see screenshot saved. Click it, and you can go to a different view and zoom in, and now we can get the back of the car. We want to bring that down, so we'll lower it like that, and you get a better view of the back of the car. So we'll go and hit capture again. Generally, I do 3 to 4 pictures. And you want to choose ones that are going to give you the best look. Now, this is going to go back to what we were doing when we were smoothing things out. If you notice, right through here, you can see the fade out, and there is no green at all. But the Bitch and Rides logo and the Velocity logo are still very prominent, and they're not pixelated. So this one's actually not a bad picture, but it's not showing as much as it could. We can go to this one here and zoom in on it. This will be a full side shot. We want to bring that left. That's still a little bit high, so we're going to lower it just a hair. Every time you change something, you gotta go back to your other slider. Now, this gives you a better view of the Velocity logo. You can see it right there. And the Bitch and Rides logo. You can turn the camera there. The West Coast Customs one here, and the Graveyard Cars there, plus the Can Dig It one here on the hood. We'll go ahead and do a screen capture on that. Now, I'm pretty much done with the picture, so we're in good shape here. Go to quit, of course. We don't need to save the replay, and then go to continue. Now, you're not going to be able to see it because this is on my other folder, but what I need to do is go to my pictures and screenshots, and then you'll see them pop up here. And double click on them as they come up in Paint Shop Pro. And you'll see it there. See, I've got to do this one without the Alt F1. I've got to change this and crop the picture. That's all 3. Now I want to go down to the crop tool right there. And you notice the box is already here because I've already done several cars, so I want to double click on that to get that to the size I want and hit save. And it overwrites the file that it was just there. Then I can close that out, go to the next one, double click it, save it, get rid of it, double click, save it, alright, and close it out. At this point we can get rid of this one too because we're not going back to it. The pictures actually turned out good. The Graveyard Car sign, if you'll remember, is the right direction. So what I need to do now is take and import them into Trading Paints. I'll show you how to do that here in a second. Alright, so go back to Trading Paints. Up here in the corner is the white box. This is how you get to either choosing a vehicle in My Paints or choosing a paint file to share. This is the one we just left. So you want to share this one, and generally I share it all on Facebook. So what you want to do, choose a paint file, and we want to go back to the Velocity Mustang TGA. Remember to grab the TGA file. Then go to Select Vehicles. This is a road car, so we need to go down to the roads and select the Mustang. And then I'll go and type in Velocity Channel Mustang FR500S, and then see the video of how this was made on YouTube under the Musketeer Autosport page. Now, at that point, you need to select pictures for the thing. This is what we've just done. So I'll go over here to videos and iRacing Super, and you can see where it is right there. Select it, then go and do the other two. You got to do one at a time and put them there. Now, normally, if you paint the numbers or the tires, this is where you would put those numbers. Like for the rim color, I'd put the number, and I can put it here. It's not going to help. Number. What was it? D71A21. D71A21. And notice how it selected the red up there. And then we can do chrome. In this case, it's not going to matter because iRacing won't let you change the wheels or the numbers for the FR500S. And then you go to add to showroom. I'll post it to Facebook. And later on, I'll go back to that particular one because it goes under my friends one, not to the groups that I belong to. Close. I'll choose Racist Paint. Some of the cars I choose to do that, some of them I don't. And then OK. Then I'll copy the link. And then I'll paste it into Facebook. And that's pretty much it. If you got any questions, leave me a message on Facebook or on YouTube. Look me up under Scott Leitner. Look for the picture with the dog, not the one of my headshot in the car. Thanks for watching.